Okay, back again. I tried to go out the other day and it didn't really work out. It was a bit of a drizzly day. And so, and the pics weren't great. So I'm back out again at this place nearby to me called Wildcat Hills. And there's a gas plant that's not too far away, but there are some trails in and around it which are kind of neat. Hopefully the wind isn't too bad. I'll have to test that. Anyway, so yeah, here I am. I'm going to do some shots in the area, trail shots and forestry, woodland stuff. And over on the other side here, I'll just spin around. Hopefully it's not too jarring. You can just see in the distance the Rockies. So I might do some drone shots in the area. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully some of those turn out great. Thank you for returning to the channel, and my new subscribers, welcome back. And yeah, we'll hopefully deliver some interesting shots and editing and stuff like that. Thanks. Doing a big HDR and panoramic merge all together in Lightroom Classic. So let's dive into that. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've got the Lightroom open and I've got OBS on, so I'm going to show you what I'm doing in the program, and I'm just going to do the picture-in-picture here. We have got a 12 image HDR panorama that we're going to do, and it wasn't the greatest day. It's very dull colors, very dull skies, so it's not going to be the greatest picture, but I'm going to assemble it in Lightroom, and then I may pull it into Photoshop to try and punch it up as best I can. So yeah, I haven't really done this amount of HDR. I've never done an HDR panorama together. I've done HDR, I've done panorama, but this is combining both, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how that works, and let's have a look. So I've isolated the ones that I want for expediency. So here's the 12, got them all highlighted. It's pretty easy. You just go into Photo Merge, HDR Panorama. It's going to build it's going to build it all, the preview, and then we just hit merge, and it'll do its thing. For this, I'm going to hit auto crop, and that's going to just push out those areas that it's not hitting. You can do filled edges, and I think that does like a generative fill. I'm not quite sure what that's doing when it does fill edges, or whether it's just zooming in, but I'd rather just crop it down. So that's the option I'm going to take there. So I'm going to press for it to start. It's going to do its thing. It'll probably take quite a while, so I'll probably pause the recording and come back to you when that's done. Okay, and I think it's come back, and it's built it nicely. It's looking like it's done a good job, so let's have a look at that. And I'll open up here. It's just going to load it fully. We'll get rid of this screen so we can have a really nice wide shot of it. Yeah, and it's done a really bang up job. Like I said, it was a really sort of a poor, dull day. The colors are drab, but it's stitched it together nicely, so you can see that, and you can see the mountains really well in the distance. Right here, I don't know if you can see, is a dam I think that's a Ghost Lake Dam, which is not too far away. So yeah, I'm going to do some editing in Lightroom, some of the basic edits, and then I might pull it into Photoshop to punch it up, like I said. Okay, so I have done some editing in Lightroom before, as I told you, and I've done some editing now in Photoshop. And as you can see here, I think I've managed to pop it up a little bit, just made the sky a little bit more vivid, some of the colors in the foreground stand out a bit, and did some other minor edits. And I think that's looking like an okay panorama. It was, good to see how it worked in Lightroom Classic, and it allows for those sorts of processes. It's really powerful and really quite fluid. Like, it just did all of that itself. Didn't have to pull it into programs. I did pull it into Photoshop, but that was more for sort of color stuff. And I like to bounce around, so it's fun to use them in conjunction. Anyways, that's that photo. I hope you liked that. I'll show you the final image here. Just show you some of the other photos that I took of the day, including some drone shots. Okay, so I hope you like some of those images and some of that workflow stuff. Yeah, that was useful for you. So I just wanted to say thanks for returning to the channel. Seems to be growing nicely, which is really thrilling. And so thank you for coming back. Please help me to continue that by liking, subscribing, commenting, any of those that you want to do. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on the photos especially. And yeah, thanks again, and hope to see you next time. I don't know what I'll do, but hope to continue to bring some cool pics and processes your way. And if you ever have, I'm not a pro or anything, so if you have other pointers that you do that you want to convey, or if I'm doing something really crazily, then be sure to point that out. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Peace.